original alternative native host was designed to evaluate and monitor population of psyllid over time in the natural vegetation, and also to see how psyllid perform during winter. So this part, Dr. Rashed already talked in the past presentation, so it will not be my main talk for today. So with availability of high-resolution melting to detect the psyllid haplotypes, and with the availability of cybermelt to detect LSO haplotypes, so we decided to expand our study to find out more about the psyllids. Our objectives are understand population dynamics of different haplotypes. We mainly focus on central, western, and southwestern haplotypes, since the northwestern haplotypes has only been found in Washington, Idaho, and Oregon states so far. Understand insect ecology, survival, and movement across regions. Understand relationships between the vector, potato psyllid, and the pathogen LSO. To achieve our objectives, we are using the following methods. In 2012 to 2014, psyllid was collected from the Texas Panhandle area, which is Dalhart, Bushland, and Alton Spring Lake. West Texas, Andrews, and Fort Stockton and Kermit, and also South Texas. Paetzold, and we're using yellow sticky traps. Yellow stick traps were placed in natural pastures surrounded by a natural vegetation and collect and replace biweekly. And we use the psyllid extraction was performed by using Qiagen DNA, blood, and tissue kit. The LSO pathogen detection was performed on a VIA7 real-time PCR machine and used primer pair LSOF, HLBR, and a Techman probe, HLBP. We use high-resolution melt to distinguish the central, western, and the southwestern haplotypes. We use primer pair CO1, F1, R1, and the Dr. HRM master mix. We thank Dr. Switcher here to provide a very good tool for us. The method worked very well in our lab. Clearly, we can see the three different haplotypes. The blue one stands for central, and southwestern is in the middle. It's a green line here. And western is on the very far right. It shows the yellow. We use cyber green to distinguish the LSOA and LSOB type. We use two primer pairs, LSOHA 6F and 6R, LSOHB 6F and 6R, and we use the cyber select master mix. We thank Dr. Goodmested's lab. We thank Dr. Wen and Chris Johnson for providing this tool. It worked very well in our lab. You can see clearly the left peak is LSOA type, and then right peak is LSOB type. And we have some results. Well, as I mentioned, Dr. Rashed already gave a talk on the number of psyllid collected, captured over time, so which is my top graph right here. So, but I'm going to just talk a little bit. So, well, during winter time, we did collect some psyllids in Andrews. So look at here, November and December and January 2014. We did capture high number of psyllid in 2013 March. So we did not process all of them because the number is very high. However, we did process relatively good amount of psyllid. So we found some interesting haplotype shift in some locations. Andrews is one of the locations. Well, during spring, central haplotype was dominant. Well, in winter, we can see the southwestern haplotype was a dominant haplotype. Well, in bushland, the psyllid, we captured lots of psyllid during spring. However, in 2012 winter and 2013 January, that's the winter time, we did not catch any psyllid. In bushland, we also see some interesting haplotype shift. Well, during springtime, the central haplotype gradually moved down, and the southwestern haplotype gradually moved up, so we can see that trend. In the fall, bushland, central haplotype was the dominant haplotype. Well, I chose this slide from the Psyllid survey study. As my colleague Fukada pointed out yesterday, this year the Psyllid survey is not only a survey, actually it's a study. So we run LSO, we run Psyllid haplotype study and LSO haplotype study for all the Psyllid survey Psyllids. So clearly we can see the haplotype shift. So the southwestern haplotype was dominant haplotype at almost 100%, but in the middle of July, in the middle to the late July, the southwestern haplotype gradually moved down. Well, meantime, the western haplotype gradually moved up, so we can see that trend very clearly. So this is our first year's data. We are looking forward to examining the second year's data. Not all the locations show the haplotype shift. So in Delhart, central haplotype dominated all time. And also we did not collect any psyllid during the winter time. In Delhart location, we have two psyllid peak time, which is in the spring and in the summer 2012. In Fort Stockton, we did not see significant psyllid haplotype change, so the central haplotype is dominant. So in Alton, I know we have some growers and farmers from Alton area. In Alton, central haplotype was a dominant haplotype, and also in Alton area, we had a very high number of psyllid captured during 2012 summer. So, why we're doing this psyllid haplotype? So, well, for many reasons. One of the reasons is to answer the question, is the percentage of LSO positives in each distributed evenly among the three haplotypes? The answer is no. 41 psyllids tested positive out of 1,633. This 1,633 is the combination of the three haplotypes, so it makes about 2.5% for the three. Central haplotype, we found 37 positives out of 1,380 psyllids, so it makes about 2.7%. So it's very equivalent to the 3 of average. Well, we tested 194 southwestern psyllids. We have not found any positive. That is very interesting. And we found 6.7% western haplotype psyllids tested positive. So the number is significantly higher than average of 3. Well, not only this, we have a psyllid survey study. So we tested 233 southwestern haplotype psyllids. They're still all negative. So together, it's about 460 psyllids. As my colleague Fokata mentioned yesterday, we have a slightly positive psyllid in southwestern haplotype. Why didn't I include that? Well, for the growers and for our report, we have to report anything we tested positive, even if the CT value is 36, which means we have a very low bacteria detected in this certain sample. However, I cannot LSO haplotype this psyllid. So for in the research part, we cannot consider this as a positive. That's why. Well, in western haplotype, the only positive psyllid in New Mexico is western haplotype, same as Nebraska. So this data is also from psyllid survey. Well, if you recall Eric's talk yesterday, and he said in 2012, they found more positive psyllids because they're all western haplotype. So I already talked to him and confirmed his information. Well, they go away because they don't belong to this talk. Okay, we also ask ourselves, how about relationship between the LSO haplotype and the psyllid haplotype? Is there any relationship? So I make this graph very simple and large. Well, 37 central haplotype psyllids tested positive, so 17 belong to A and 16 belong to B. So they're very equivalent. And we found 4 with both. It's a mix. So, and for western haplotype, 3 of them tested for LSOA. That's a pure LSOA. See, once this combination, LSOA and the LSOB combination, it still has LSOA. So we can see either 75% or 100%. So again, if you recall Eric's talk yesterday in 2012, they found lots of western haplotype psyllids, and they are all LSOA. So it matched with our results. So interesting. Well, to summarize my results, numbers of psyllids captured on sticky traps varies with time. In Andrews, a high number of psyllids were captured in March, and also psyllid was survived during winter time. And however, no psyllid were captured in June and August and September in 2014. In bushland, 28 psyllids were captured in April 2012. However, no psyllids were captured in June, July, August, December 2012, and January, February 2013. And in some locations, psyllid haplotype shifted over time. In Andrews, the southwestern haplotype dominated during the winter, and the central haplotype dominated during the spring. In Kermit, which is not shown in this presentation, which is close to Andrews, the same trend appeared. In bushland, the central haplotype dominated in the fall, but the southwestern haplotype increased and dominated in the spring. In Fort Stockton, now southwestern haplotype was found, and the central haplotype was dominant, except during October 2013. Central haplotype was dominant in Alton and Delhart. A total of 41 out of 1,633 tested positive, that is about 2.5%. And among the 41 positive psyllids, 37 was central haplotype, and 4 were western, and 0 was southwestern. Among the 37 positive central haplotype psyllids, 17 were LSO-A, 16 were LSO-B, and 4 were LSO-A plus B. Among the 4 positive western haplotypes, 3 were LSO-A, and 1 was LSO-A plus B. Summary and conclusion. The project is still ongoing. Much of the data is still being processed. The data that has been processed lead to the following conclusion. In specific areas, psyllid haplotype shifted over time, suggesting migration into the area. Alternatively, environmental change may favor one over the other. This haplotype population change was observed in several locations, but not all. The vast majority of psyllids captured in this study was of central. But with regard of LSO, the western haplotype exhibited the highest percentage of positive psyllid, followed by central haplotype. Now southwestern haplotype psyllid tested positive for LSO. And more research is needed to evaluate the relationship between LSO and the psyllid haplotypes, especially for western haplotype. We only found 4 positive, so that's not enough to make a conclusion. So acknowledgement, we thank Texas Department of Agriculture, Texas Leadership Initiative, and SCRI for funding this project. And thank everyone to help this project. Without them, nothing cannot be done. Nothing can be done.